My first job was in 1974, and I just entered college. I was a freshman, and I was going to school in Washington, D.C. And at the time, the Washington Post went on strike. Well, the owner, Mrs. Graham, had a connection with our college. And what she had done was she went to the college and she'd asked if some of the freshman students would like to volunteer to cross the strike lines and to put the Sunday comics in the Sunday paper. She didn't volunteer us. We actually were paid $1.80 because that was the minimum wage an hour, and we gladly went, and it was a lot of fun. So that was my first real job, was putting the Sunday comics in the Sunday section of the Washington Post, and that job lasted all of 2 weekends. That was my first job. My mother is the smartest person I know on the planet Earth, bar none. I'm proud to say that my mother was an only child and born in the early 20s. My mother's now 92 years old, and she was born in North New Jersey, and she was brilliant. She still is brilliant. She graduated early from high school, age 16, went to college at NYU. My grandparents were laborers and did not have the money to send her, but after she worked for a year for the first year out of high school, she had to work in order to pay for NYU's tuition. She worked as a seamstress in a slip factory. But the money she saved, she was able to go to NYU, and then when she got there, her grades were so good they gave her a full scholarship in math. My mother is a statistician. She was a stat major. She then went on to University of Chicago and studied economics with Milton Friedman, who's a famous economist. So I'm really proud of her. What we think, we become. And that is so true. I always wanted to be a dentist when I was since 5th grade. And I always focused on that, focused on it. And it's kind of, you set your intentions and your thoughts for something, and after a while it comes to fruition. It becomes real. So we think what we think, we become. And that can go both ways, because you can have bad thoughts and can have some bad outcomes. So I always kept a positive thought. So I'll put little positive thoughts into that, and that gives you a great outcome.